Hello, watch enthusiasts. Now, over the past few months, I've had a certain dilemma, because as someone who, as you know, enjoys wearing watches on a great many different types of straps and combinations of straps and so on, because I feel this is the best way of wearing a watch to its fullest potential. But the issue has been that I haven't had a single brand to recommend to you, my viewers, when it comes to NATO straps. And that's down to a number of reasons, down to the fact that a lot of NATO straps are very rugged and robust, but simply don't have the quality in terms of feel and the quality of fittings that you would expect on a luxury strap. But similarly, a lot of straps offer the look and the feel, but without the inherent quality. And of course, getting both of these things can be extremely expensive, such as the Omega straps, which are great quality, but will set you back £200. And so as a result, I've been reviewing a number of straps over the summer, and I found these straps to be the highest quality. And these are from Moose Straps Co., based in Canada. And they're a company which produce these straps, and in my eyes are some of the best value straps in terms of NATO straps on the market. And I've been reviewing these by swimming in the Mediterranean with them, and indeed using them whilst hiking, and really have found these to be extremely good quality. However, before I begin this video, I would like to encourage you all to join the Watch Guys, a group on Snups, the social media platform for sharing your collections and interests, where you can discuss matters of horology with myself and indeed other enthusiasts, and where I'll do my utmost to reply to any questions or video requests that you happen to give me. And therefore I would encourage you to follow the link down below or download the app, which is now available from iOS and Android, to join the group and indeed to enjoy these new features, and to be able to really get the most out of this YouTube channel. Now, I was contacted by the brand Moose Straps Co. A few months ago now, and they offered to send a few straps for me to have a look at them and tell them what I thought with regards to the quality of their straps and whether I thought they were good quality or not. And I ended up wearing them throughout the summer, really, and I was sent these two samples. And I've been wearing them for now 2.5 months, 2 to 2.5 months now, and I've been using them throughout the summer in terms of swimming in the sea, also long walks, and I've used them on a variety of different watches as well. And I've been wearing them side by side with a number of other straps from other brands that I own myself. For instance, I'll use a couple to compare. For example, this Gecko Straps Bond NATO, which I'll use as comparison as well. And indeed, a couple of other straps. For instance, another one which is said to be a very high quality strap. And I reviewed this strap about a year ago from Blue Shark Straps. And again, I'd like to use this as comparison because there are a lot of shortcomings on this strap that are very, very clearly addressed by the ones from Moose Strap Co. And these straps offer the sort of seatbelt weave, which has become really synonymous with the high-quality NATOs offered by a lot of brands, although usually at much higher prices, because these straps come in at about $20, albeit because I've spoken to the brand, I've been able to get a 10% discount for you, which should appear on the screen as a code. And the straps themselves are woven in this seatbelt style of pattern, which is a stark contrast really to the usual style of NATO, which has this sort of horizontal weave to it, which is truly symbolic of the NATO style, but doesn't really fit as many watches and can often be less comfortable because it doesn't offer a smooth surface. Additionally, they offer a very well done style of sealing around the holes. And this is something which is often a problem with a lot of straps, because a lot of these seatbelt woven straps, due to the weave itself, means that the holes are very, very susceptible to fraying, as is the case, in fact, with a lot of square-holed straps, you can see, where one ends up with a great deal of fraying around the holes, which is a problem because it causes a lot of discomfort, because it can irritate the surface of the skin by digging in or scratching your wrist. And so as a result, having these nicely sealed round holes tends to work very, very well. And also works nicely with the well machined and well made steel and stainless steel keepers. And this is again something else that often people have a problem with, which is that keepers on a lot of more budget friendly straps tend to be zinc or another base metal that's then plated. And the issue with this is that one has the problem of allergies, with a lot of people having reactions with the buckles. And here you have proper stainless steel fittings, which are really what you'd want. And in terms of the way they're attached to the strap, they are in this case woven in. And I'll show you that. It's easiest to show on the second loop, where they've been woven in, as you can see, and then heat sealed along the edge. And this does ensure that they're safely attached. And as you can see, I really have been using these. I've scuffed the keepers rather through the use, but certainly at least that shows that I have been using these straps. And additionally, one does have this this style of weave. And this is something that I would like to point out, because this is often a problem with a lot of straps that I've come across, which is that they weave this section, or rather they sew it in, they stitch it in through the strap, which means that you have the knots tied on the bottom of the strap. And this can also be seen on the Blue Shark NATO strap, which I've had to actually cut down to wear comfortably. And as you can see, the knots protrude slightly, and this tends to cause a lot of irritation. I've lent some of these straps to friends before, and in fact given straps to friends, and I've seen that on a lot of these straps, they do complain of abrasion as a result of these stitches. And so it's nice to see the fact that they've woven around the rest of the strap to ensure a more secure fit, as well as the fact that these straps don't run the risk of hurting one's skin. And furthermore, one does also see the fact that the straps are a nice size in terms of length, and one often finds that straps from a lot of brands are excessively long, which leads to a lot of overhang, which with a thick strap like this can be a bit of a problem. And especially when this material is less flexible in terms of its absolute flexibility than a very, very thin traditional style of nylon weave, which does make these straps more difficult to fold if you would have to fold them back over twice when passing them back through the keepers. So it's nice to see that they've been careful with that. But still, this has fitted every wrist that I've come across with these straps, so that's certainly a testament to the quality offered here. And one area of these straps which I've found to be cleverly considered is the thickness. And with a great deal of these straps, often one gets straps which are remarkably thick at 1.4, 1.6, even 1.8 millimeters thick, which makes them simply unwearable on a great deal of watches where the gap between the spring bars and the case is relatively minimal. And so I've been pleased to see that this strap, though sized at 1.4 millimeters, I found that it fits much, much better than a lot of equivalent sizes, because it's more flexible in terms of its suppleness, in terms of the way it curves around the wrist. And this is crucial because on a lot of watches, often when one places the watch on the strap can ride up high as it curves out over the spring bar, and as a result make the watch uncomfortable and difficult to wear. Now, as you can see, this doesn't occur in the case of these straps, which is an area where I've been very pleasantly surprised by these straps, as they are somewhat less expensive than alternatives that offer similar features, and so as a result I was very pleasantly surprised to see the fact they fitted so nicely. And in fact, these straps have primarily resided on my Jeanneau and also on my Seiko 55 Fathoms over the summer. But I must say they appear to wear very, very nicely on my new Omega Seamaster, which again is getting a great deal of wrist time, and having it on a nice NATO has been very refreshing in terms of the styling of this timepiece. And of course, in terms of the buckle, it's also very nicely machined and brushed, which again blends in nicely and also does provide the ability to change the buckle if you so wish by simply using a spring bar tool in it and simply popping it off. Now, at the present time, these straps are available in 20 and 22 millimeter versions, depending on the color, and then also in 4 variations in terms of their coloration, with the traditional style of more modern grey and black Bond strap, which is a very, very versatile choice. Or alternatively, you have a flat black, or indeed two greeny browns with a sort of an army green, which in my eyes is more of a forest green, and I think is a great colour for a field watch, for instance, and I think matches, for example, my Tudor Heritage Ranger extremely well, and I've been wearing it on this strap actually quite a lot. And of course, there's been no concern with regards to scratching the watch in terms of the inside of the lugs, because you already get a greatly reduced abrasion from this surface than from a normal NATO strap. So casebacks really won't be too much of a problem in terms of getting scratched. And similarly, the side of the strap, rather than being like on a normal NATO, heat sealed, here it's a simple weave, which again removes the danger of it scratching the inside of your watch's lugs, or indeed the watch itself whilst wearing it. And again, having the weave stopping there means that there's very little danger of scratching the lugs on this keeper, and they've provided a nice amount of space in between to allow the watch to sit well and out of danger from the scratching of the keepers, which is often something which can be a problem with NATO straps if there's too short a distance between. And in terms of colours, as well as these two, they also have an English khaki, which is quite a nice colour in terms of being a nice earthen sort of colour, and I think works well with a lot of vintage watches, which completes their range of 4 strap colours at the moment, though I'm sure their range will enlarge in future, This is currently their range, considering they are quite a small brand operating and producing straps which are high quality, but as I've said, at a reasonable price. And the pricing for these straps comes in at around the $20 point. And I say around because they very kindly provided me, as I've said, with a 10% discount, which is on the screen, which I think was a kind move of them. And hopefully you'll be able to have a look at these straps, because I do think that I'm keen on providing sound advice in terms of good quality straps to my viewers. And it simply isn't ethical for me to suggest buying straps which I don't believe in terms of quality. And this is a brand which I must say it's been a pleasure to correspond with. And I haven't been paid to produce this review at all. I was sent in these straps for free to review, but I haven't been paid whatsoever, and I won't receive any of the proceeds from the discount code, for instance. So this really is because I do believe that this is a product which will interest a lot of you, and hopefully will provide you with good quality. And of course, that is a major concern when it comes to this, because this is a view that I take, is that really my channel is to provide people with interesting advice when it comes to timepieces and interesting information. And at the end of the day, if I start to provide advice which is paid for, I lose the purpose of the channel itself. So on that basis, I really do recommend these straps as far as quality goes, and value for money. Now, I'll conclude this relatively brief review of these straps now, because I feel that I've covered all the key points and presented you with what I feel is the best value strap on the market in terms of NATO straps, which offers you with really excellent quality and a very great feel on the wrist, but without spending £200, 10 times the price of these straps on an Omega strap, for instance, which in my eyes simply is ridiculous. So I'm pleased to see a brand which is providing a strap with real integrity to their principles of producing a high quality and good value strap. So thank you very much for watching, and please do like, share and subscribe to help the channel and enjoy more content here in the future. Also, do please leave your comments down below as to what you think of these straps, and indeed the more mainstream strap brands and their products. So thank you very much for watching. This is Arm on the Watch Guy, over and out.